Welcome back to another weekly Market Movers, where we go over the top 10 graded cards of the week. There are some really fun cards this week, but also one of the most ugliest cards I've ever laid my eyes upon. And we'll get to that in a bit. All right, let's get started. Kicking things off here at number 10, we have Salvatore from Temporal Forces. I think it's a well-designed card. There's some cool stuff in the background. There's like a knitted quilt on the wall with like looks to be some kind of the original sprites from the old Generation 1 game. So that's kind of cool. Probably one of the messiest people I've ever seen. I would not want to visit his house because, boy, it would take some serious self-restraint to not yell at the guy to clean up. It looks like his right shoe's leaving with him and they're going out the door into pitch blackness. I don't know where he's going, but good luck, Salvatore. Maybe the dark dimension. Oh, look, a tag team card. Who would have thought? We have Espeon and Deoxys GX from Unified Minds. I don't know what kind of dimension they're in, but it looks like there's a little bit of rainbow in the background going on. Espeon is living his best life. Deoxys is as cool as ever. Yeah, it's a decent card. We have Blastoise and Piplup GX from Cosmic Eclipse, another tag team card. This one is, you know, the dynamic duo of Blastoise and Piplup. Gee, I wonder which one's stronger. Who's going to put in the more work to defeat another set of Pokemon? Is it Blastoise or is it probably a level 3 Piplup? Number 7, we have Arbok from Temporal Forces, illustration rare. This card is actually really cool. I've been a fan of this one for a bit. I like that he's like just twisted on a vine and hanging down with his tongue. We're sitting in at $20 raw to a graded value of around $170. That's a pretty big jump. So I'd recommend if you have this card sitting around, it might be worth grading. Okay, number 6 of this week is Togepi, Cleffa, and Igglybuff GX. From Cosmic Eclipse again. This is an adorable card. Cleffa is like, this Pokeball is all mine. And Togepi's just sitting there like, yay! They're all just having a great time in it looks like to be a ball pit of berries. I don't know how they acquired this much berries. One must wonder how they got all this. Maybe they committed heinous crimes. They probably decimated the forest supply of berries just to hoard it all to themselves. So really, they may look innocent, but I think there's some devious play at work. Some devilry. Evil! Evil! Number 5, Magby illustration rare from Paradox Rift. I actually acquired this one. It's in my most recent PSA submission video. If anyone's interested, you take a look at that. The art on this one is adorable. He's swimming in lava. He's just shooting out a little flame like doo 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 doo. Number 4, we have Celebi and Venusaur GX from Team Up. Another tag team. Wow, I'm so surprised. Celebi is serious. He's gripping one of Venusaur's vines really hard. I'm not sure if Venusaur is okay with that. He seems to be, though. So they seem to be attached like brothers. Sitting at 58% increase, that's pretty good. I mean, if you can get your hands on this card, I highly suggest it. Number 3 is Apom illustration rare from Paradox Rift. Another Paradox Rift card in this week. I love when they use clay to make these figures and then they take the pictures in almost like a realistic setting. Also, look at their little smiles. The other one to the right looks like he's gripping to the branch for his dear life. I think he maybe hasn't learned how to properly navigate the forest. Anyway, cute, adorable card. Well deserved. Moving on. Okay, this card is what we've all been waiting for. Sitting in at number 2, Brute Bonnet, illustration rare from Paradox Rift. I understand this is a Komiya card, okay? But this is one of the most disgusting cards I've ever seen. Look at Brute Bonnet back there. He's like,
they will never know about my secret plans to overthrow the current leaders, and I will rule these lands.
He's absolutely vile, disgusting creature. I think there's just too much going on. But yeah, no, this card is just disgusting. I hate it, okay? And I usually like a lot of cards. I'm just not a fan of this one. I cannot, in good conscience, endorse this card. And number 1 of this week, we have Latios and Latios GX from Team Up. Now, this is a cool card, okay? You cannot argue that. So I think this is still a decent value for a team up with Latios and Latios. I personally like Latios a little bit better just because I like the color red, but they're both equally cool. Latios is there like, yeah! And Latios is just keeping her cool. Well deserved, I think, of this one going up in price. All right, that's all we got for this week. Stay tuned for more Market Movers. Okay, bye.